I don't know. I could see them, Carolina, saying she's getting in the way of things. I could also, I don't know if I necessarily agree with like what Pablo Torre is putting out about her getting banned from the Keenan Football Center and all that. I don't think that was. But Carolina went out and denied it. What are they? Else are they going to say? Are they going to say, yeah, we banned her from the first lady of Carolina football from the facility? I mean,
that first lady of Carolina football.
Obviously, they're not going to say that, but yeah, it's frustrating because that's not why I thought people would be talking about Carolina. I mean, we got the best linebacker out of the portal yesterday, Andrew Simpson from Boise State, and we're talking about Jordan Hudson still. I mean, this is crazy.
I think I said at the end of the season. I said at the end of the season, I said, "Hey, this might not be the right hire for y'all." And you're like, "No,
I still think it's the right hire."
NFL.
I still think it's the right hire. I just, hey, if I don't listen, I don't think the media, and I'll say it this way, I don't think the East Coast media knows how to handle this kind of situation. This is a Hollywood / LA kind of story, or Miami kind of story. I guess that is on the East Coast, but we're looking at Raleigh Durham. I mean, what do we have here? I mean, the only thing we report about in Raleigh Durham is NC State and Duke and Carolina fighting it out in basketball and football, and that's it. I mean, there's really nothing else that comes out of these things. I guess the biggest news out of North Carolina was when, sad to say, when Michael Jordan's dad was murdered. I mean, that's how our the media is around here. I mean, we just don't have the big stories like this. So I just don't think they know how to handle stuff like this.
I would agree. Too small time.
I do want to say, we could talk about this past Monday, our interview with Dan Brimner. How did you guys? Did you like it? What did you think about it?
I love the interview. I'll be honest with you. I haven't even. Is it out yet? I haven't even listened to it.
Oh gosh, here we go. Okay. District 2 podcast host not listening to his own podcast.
I was on the road this week and I haven't even listened to it. I get mixed up on my days, but I will. It'll be on my air tonight, so I will listen to it. But I thought Dan Brenner was.
It was very popular. It was a popular one. A lot of Roanoke, of course, loved it. So, it was our first hockey kind of like interview. So like we don't know. I love watching hockey, but I don't know how to talk about strategy in hockey. So it's definitely like, fringe hockey questions like, fighting, how'd you guys do last year? Whatnot. So it's tough, I can't say, hey, what do you do for defensive strategy, man, blue line, 4-man blue line? I didn't know. It's fun.
Yeah, but we named the MVP of each hockey team, which is the hockey dentist. I mean, come on now. I mean, golly.
Devin Oslaps.
Yeah, right. That was one thing I was going to say. That guy, I was actually scared to be late when I heard his response to it. He was all business, man. I swear we've talked about this interview before. Have we not? Did we talk about it last week?
Gregory sent out something on text message and said that he was getting a lot of reviews. So that's all it was. You must be deja vu.
I said, I swear I've said that guy was all business. I swear I've said that before, and I'm saying
you said that on. I think you said it on the text message.
I think you've just been late for every podcast we've done, so it's like the same thing over and over again.
He did. Hey, what did Dan say? He said, "There we go, looking at ourselves in the mirror, taking accountability."
He did. Yep. We got Reed coming in 5 minutes, guys. So, Chad Myers.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Did anybody go back and listen to what I pointed out on our last chat about our interview with Meg Barber? I even gave you the time stamp on it.
I'm
gonna stop texting y'all things.
Yeah. I remember that. She said something like they're the best conference in D3 or something like that, and you thought it was a shot at
the UA is the best, is considered one of the Power 5 conferences in D3.
Did you take that as a shot at us, or just like ODAC in general?
No, I said I remember. See, I think y'all asleep. So remember, I said something to the fact that I'm surprised Devin didn't roll his eyes and start cackling because how many times I said said the ODAC was the SEC of D3, and then she says the UAA is the Power 5 of D3.
I mean,
I thought we were talking about your timestamp about when you were on camera at that national championship game. That's what I thought he was tooting his own horn there for a second.
No, it was all about
anyways, back to the schedule here. If you saw it on
Wow.
social media on Facebook or YouTube, whatever, Twitter, Chad Myers coming up Monday. Laughing at Chad Myers on Monday.
Live just as tough. Live is tough.
And the following Monday,
ill will and bad feelings come out when you live.
Y'all keep it together. We have Reed coming on. He
I'm
can't
trying.
see this out of us. And then next week, the following week after that, we have Wofford's head coach Dwight Perry coming on. So, hey,
he's a super guy too.
Coaches?
Yes, that dude's super. He's a super dude. He really is.
So our goal is to infiltrate the SoCon. Yeah,
SoCon. And he really took to me when I said that I would be in Spartanburg knocking on the window looking for him at the Jerry, what's it called? Jerry Richardson gymnasium. I'll be knocking on the door begging for somebody to let me in. He said he would let me in, so hopefully he feels sorry for me when basketball season rolls around.
Yeah, so we're working on a couple things behind the scenes as well. So hopefully you'll have some more D1, and hey, but we'll never forget the ODAC. ODAC is what got us here. We'll never forget them. Yeah.
Listen, we got to plan. We got to plan some stuff, dude. We got to go to William & Mary, see a football game. We got to get to Wofford, see a basketball game. We've got to go to the game again this year, which will be played in Ashland this year.
We had to pay to get in this time. I don't know if we'll make it in there.
No, well, what's his name? Marco Freddie Pacheco. What's his name? We're gonna be talking to him because he never came on and interviewed with us either. So he's gonna pay for that.
Yeah.
What's his name? Marco?
Hey.
Mario?
I forgot. But we all think so. Before Reed gets on here, Hargrave PG's got a couple of commitments. One from Reed, and the cover was Drew Royal from Auburn. So looks like they're hitting up some of the names we've kind of put out there. So it's pretty cool to see that happen.
So I'm trying to figure out how long this portal thing goes on, because I saw yesterday where Carolina is still after Boogie Flan now. I mean, how long does this thing go on?
Oh, he's a Florida Gator.
Wow.
He is. He's a Florida Gator. Boogie Flan. You know who represents him, right?
No,
I know.
Obviously you do. Who?
Mike Miller.
Well, I think Boogie's going to Carolina because Carolina.
He's a Gator.
Boogie was heavily recruited.
That is pure tampering right there. Sad.
It is.
I mean, would you rather go play for Carolina, who's been struggling the last few years, or play for the national champion just last year?
Carolina. Because we've won 7. We've won 7 national titles.
Y'all have enough NIL to pay this guy? I mean, it seems like y'all pretty struggle on that front.
Well, we've paid a lot here lately.
Got awfully quiet.
We had to pay Jordan. What's his name? Jordan Hudson. Probably a bunch of money too. So it ain't no telling.
Man,
this is going to be an interesting year in Chapel Hill. That's for sure.
Yeah, let me ask you this: Who has a better year?
I wonder if Reed has thought about down the road. Huh?
He's probably watching us right now. It's like, I'm not coming on here with these guys. These guys are going to say some crazy stuff to me.
In football?
Oh yeah, better year. Who? Carolina football or Carolina basketball?
Just on our side. I'm gonna say Carolina basketball.
I'll say Carolina basketball as well.
It can't get no worse than it was last year. Plus, we got people this year. We got height this year, man. Come on. Got a 7-footer, man. Come on, be parading him out. Got a 6'11" wing now, power forward wing. Come on. I don't know who's gonna pass the ball to him, but I mean, we got those players.
You think
got a 6'9" power forward?
Yeah, that's one thing I talked about last year was that for Carolina, who's always been known for their bigs, they lack some height and some talent down there. It was really weird.
If I ain't
the
mistaken,
Williams teams always had a center or a power forward or multiple guys that could play down there.
If I ain't mistaken,
Yeah.
Washington was their biggest kid. What, 6'10", something. And he was the only one because Van Leuben was 6'8". He come in and tried. And then we had that Claude kid was 6'7". I don't know what happened to him. I think we just take people just to take people.
That was
they tried to take the Florida route where they took these mid-major guys and kind of build them into a powerhouse, and it just didn't work out. It's not for everybody.
Well, Devin, what was a kid from Virginia that we took in right off the get-go when we went to the national championship game?
McCoy.
Yeah, I mean, Justin McCoy was supposedly this 4-star guy. Shocked me. And that kid wound up at Hawaii. I don't know where he did. I think he finished at Hawaii, and he was not a bad ball player at Hawaii.
Well, Cade Tyson. I mean, he making 10 times what I make and to average 2 points a game.
Is that the white kid who could supposedly shoot from outside?
From Belmont. Yeah.
Oh,
the one I begged to give him an extra chance or two during the game.
Who has been y'all's favorite interview for the fire at the end?
For the rapid fire?
For the what?
Yeah, rapid fire. The rapid.
I'll say I liked my boy Brazel.
Oh yeah, he thought a lot about it too.
He did, especially after Devin hit him up walkout music or whatever, and he said he didn't even have a walkout, and then Devin said, "Oh, I thought you might bring some piano."
Ladies and gentlemen.
Is he here?
We have a guest in our green room right now. It's Kirtner. I'm gonna bring him on. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Reed, how's it going?
There he is.
Good. How you guys doing?
Hey, buddy.
Good.
You hear me?
Well, thanks for joining us, Reed. Go ahead, Greg.
I was going to say that we got a warning. We're live and in color right now, and things are going brilliantly tonight. So we hope you enjoy things. We're going to try to make it as lively and fun as possible.
Well, Reed,
it cut out. I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh yeah, his internet is not good, so we apologize for him.
Yeah.
Let me find a mouse. No, we said we are in live and in color, and we're going to try to make this as fun as possible. I hope.
All right, that sounds good.
There we go. Well, Reed, my first question to you. First off, great season, state champion, player of the year in 1A. Just overall, just great season. But you guys go 26-4, beat Franklin in the state championship game. But my focus is kind of on the beginning of the season. You guys played one heck of a schedule to start the year out. You guys played Annandale, Hanley, Central Alabama, Madison Ridgeland, Bishop McGinnis, William Fleming. What did that playing against that talent kind of do for you guys? For later in the season.
Before the season, Coach Dunford, he was telling us that it was going to be rough. Playing against these teams, like, challenging compared to the teams that we play our district and in 1A. But just playing against more athletic guys and guys who would beat us up and make us better, we knew it was going to be good for us in the long run. So
nice. I mean that kind of happened too, because you look at the rest of the season, you guys just kind of whooped up on everybody who was like on your level. One of the games we were looking forward to, you guys played Patrick Henry Glade Spring, who we had just talked to, Cole Cadewood and his brother Cade Cadewood. We thought it'd be a close match, but you guys just steamrolled them by 30. How'd you guys kind of like put it on them like that? Like, did you just Cole was like all but 6'7", Cade's 6'5", whatever, but you guys had no problem with that.
I think it kind of helps out. We've been playing together since second grade, so our chemistry just like started clicking the best it has at the end of the year, and we just started playing the best basketball at the end of the year. So it definitely helped out.
Yeah, I could tell that because I watched the state championship game, and you guys just went nuts in that first quarter. I think you were up like 29-10 after the first quarter, and Good and Huff, and you guys were just bombing it from three. It was like it just happened so quickly. It seemed like Franklin you guys looked so in touch and just knew what each other were doing on the court, and there was backdoor layups and whatnot. So when did you guys know that you had that state championship in the bag? Did it happen in the fourth quarter, or do you know after that first quarter, like, hey, we got this?
Well, at the beginning of the game, we went up 11-2. Like, we kind of had a feeling, but like we knew it wasn't over because it was so early. But I think at halftime it kind of like hit everybody, and then once the game kept going, it was just kind of emotional for everybody. People were crying and finally realizing like that we finally did it. So,
Reed, I want
What
to
kind of
ask.
coaches? Go ahead.
So the first 10 games of the season, y'all are sitting at 6-4. Obviously, y'all are playing some pretty tough teams. Gregory already talked about Central, Hanley, Bishop McGinnis. So y'all are 6-4, and then you don't lose the rest of the way, beginning in January. So what kind of switched halfway through the season there to that helped y'all to finish out so successfully?
Well, Coach Dunford, he actually sat us down at one of our practices for like 30 minutes. Like, we didn't do any drills. He was telling us like what we needed to fix and what's gonna get us a ring and help us in the long run, because we were playing selfish and not playing team basketball, and we just had a bunch of little things we had to work on, and that we just couldn't have if we wanted to win the championship. So that we just fixed those things and really locked in.
What are you going to miss most about George Wythe?
Really just the atmosphere and all the fans that would come to the games and stuff like that, because all of our games is only like standing room only, and it's just packed and really loud. So and it's like almost every game too, no matter if it's going to be like a 50-point blowout or a really close game. But that's always something that's really been fun to play in.
Did you have like a favorite like stadium, arena?
Well, besides ours, I always thought playing at the Classic was fun. In Tennessee, Virginia High is always fun to play at. I like playing at Northside this past year. It was a big gym. We played well there. I didn't really like playing at Auburn because we'd always play bad there, and I wouldn't shoot the greatest there, and just so.
Well, the thing that we noticed was that all the Southwest Virginia gyms look like stadiums. They look like arenas, man. It's really nice out there, and so moving forward, I know you've been to Chatham. So have you scoped out the Hargrave gym?
Yes, sir. I went there on my visit, and saw the gym. And a couple weeks ago, Coach Dunford, he actually took me up there, and I played pickup with some of the guys, and they had some college coaches there. So I mean, it was good to play in. Yeah, they got like collegiate goals, like I don't know what they are. They got like the pad at the bottom. It's not like any high school goal. It's not like a high school gym, but it's definitely nice. So.
Wait till you got the cadets in there cheering you on.
Well, there were some cadets walking in and out, but they weren't in there watching us. But I've seen some clips of them being at like the games and stuff like that, and they're loud. So I mean, it'll be definitely a fun atmosphere to play in.
I want to ask you about going to Hargrave. What was like the decision to do so? Like going to the post grad route, going to like a D3 or D2 school. Is it helping you kind of further maybe get some D1 looks? Because they've had a lot of D1 prospects come through there.
Yes, sir. I think compared to everything else, because I didn't really have a lot of offers. I had one D3 offer. I had like 2 JUCO offers, which I was really thinking about doing JUCO, and then Fork Union actually offered me. And I went on a Fork Union visit, and I was like about to commit like the next week to Fork Union and go play there. And then I'm sitting in my room doing homework at like 11 o'clock at night, and Hargrave's assistant calls me, and he's like, "Yo, we like love to have you up here. I want you to come on a visit. Like, we really think you could help us and stuff like that." So I go on my visit and just fell in love with the place, like seeing the people they produce and the access I'll have to the gym and just everything about the place. I just loved it, and so I knew that's the place to go.
Have you been able to speak with your future teammate Drew Royal at all there at Auburn?
Yes, sir. We talk pretty much every day. He was texting me and saying he went on his visit, and he was like, "I just want to let you know, like, we might be teammates." And I played in Boston. I played in Boston this past weekend, and as soon as that landed,
Oh,
he
wow.
texted me, and he was like, "Yeah, we're teammates now." And like, I was so excited to finally play with the guy because every time we played him, he always tore us up and hitting a bunch of threes on us. So it's gonna be good to be on his side of things now. So I think it'll be good for us.
I did want to ask you that if Bree Kirtner and Drew Royal had a 3-point contest, who wins that?
Oh,
Oh gosh, I think it depends on the day. Cause like some days I'm not hitting, and it's just I can't throw it in the ocean. He don't miss too often, so we'll for sure have a lot of competitions at Hargrave.
Well, go ahead, Devin.
Reed, do you have any military ties or anything how excited are you to live that lifestyle when you're at Hargrave next year?
My grandpa was in the military. My dad's actually a state police officer. My cousin played football at VMI, so like I kind of know a little bit of how it's gonna be like. But I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be different, and it's gonna be challenging to adjust to for sure. But I think in the long run, it'll be good for me and my teammates just getting more discipline and just becoming better men from the aspect.
Yeah.
Will you be
Props
staying
to
in
you,
the
man.
barracks there?
What'd you say?
Will you actually be staying like on campus for like I guess for just the season from like maybe fall to end of was that like March?
Yes, sir. I'll be there from August to either March or April. The last game's in March, but they were saying like if I want to stay down there and keep working out, or if I want to go home as soon as the season ends, like I can. But I'll have opportunities to go home on weekends, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all of that. So, and we'll be on the road so much because we have such a long schedule, playing all over the country. So it's gonna go by really fast. I feel like, and I think it'll be really good.
Reed, when did you kind of start getting like we do a recruiting segment? We always talk about some recruits and stuff that we even had your highlights on there in the past too, and we're really fond of your game and everything. Like you play pretty hard, but when did you start getting recruited? Is it all been your senior year, or did you get some looks in your junior year, or kind of get some letters and whatnot?
I kind of talked to a few coaches in my junior year, but I didn't get any offers. I got my first offer going into my senior year, but I kind of talked to like Radford, VMI, and some like other small D3s, D2s. But I never had any offers. They just said that they liked me and things like that, but I didn't really get any offers until this season. So.
How many visits did you go on?
Probably like three to five. Some in between there. It wasn't
Wow.
too many. Yeah.
What are some things that you kind of look for on your visits and whatnot? Are you looking for the academics? Are you looking just like, hey, where am I going to be practicing at? Where am I going to be playing ball at? Or is it like, hey, where am I going to be sleeping at night? What do you kind of look for when you go to these visits?
I'm more when I get there. Like obviously the academics and stuff is important, but when I get there, I'm asking like how much gym time I can get, like how often we'll be working out, like all things related to that. But my mom, when she goes on the visit, she's the one that's always asking like where I'm going to be sleeping at, how we're getting our food. So just like a typical any other mom. But yeah, I just really like to see how much time I'll be in the gym, and that's pretty much that's one of the main factors.
And you mentioned that your dad was a state trooper, and you had some family, kind of being that military lifestyle. So are they kind of hard on you, making sure that you're kind of staying focused on on school and staying focused on getting better as far as basketball goes to kind of like, improve your future, and, kind of improve or meet your dreams and stuff like that?
Um, they've never been like they're strict on me, but it's not like insane. They're just like any other parent. Um, especially with basketball, like if I don't want to like get to the next level and like push myself, they're not gonna force it on me. They're gonna like make myself like motivated and just see my discipline. And really just I don't know how to describe it, but they're gonna want me to want it for myself. Like they're not gonna want it for me. So I think so.
And so, okay, Devin, you got one?
Reed, I want you to talk a little bit about your experience just playing in the Siegel Center there in Richmond. I was able to play there twice. Not actually play. I was watching from the sidelines there my junior and senior year, but had the opportunity to play in a couple state championships and everything. And I had a great time. But I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Well, we've played at big college facilities like that. We played at Virginia Tech. We practiced at Roanoke College, but playing at VCU, it's always been different because when we played in state championships, when I was in like third grade, just seeing those people on the court makes you want to be out there. And then when you finally get there, like sophomore year, it wasn't good, and like the lights were too bright for us, and caught up to us. But this year we came in there, knowing what to expect. We knew how bright the lights were, and just it was a crazy experience. And with like all of our fans, like all of Wythe was pretty much there, so it was crazy to play in front of all of them.
Absolutely. And I just want to talk a little bit about your senior year. So you average just shy of 20 points a game, I believe, if the stats are correct here. 19.8 points a game, 1A player of the year. Talk about just your game. Obviously, we saw your highlights and everything, and we loved, how you play the game of basketball. But talk about your game a little bit. And have you always been like a scorer like that, or is that something that you had to work on to get to that 20-point a game mark?
Well, I feel like in my game I can do a lot, especially on the offensive side. I feel like I can score on all three levels. Defensively, I want to get to the point where I can guard a person, full court, just like one-on-one by myself and turning them, and just being more of a dog on the defensive side. Like that's what a lot of people told me that I needed to work on. So that's something I've been working on. My freshman year, I averaged 6 points a game, but like before that, I was like I could score, but I guess just being a freshman and being nervous and not knowing what to expect, and not knowing the actual work that you had to put in with it, like it finally caught up to me, and it was rough. And me and Coach Duffer had a talk at one of our basketball camps, going into my sophomore year, and it was like a good hour. Like my chair was like right in front of his chair. We're just face to face in a tiny little dorm room at Lynchburg College, and he had a talk with me, and he was like, right now you can't play college basketball, so like we have to start working and changing things. So after our conversation, like it was really good, and I think things changed around.
Well, you're obviously graduating. What's some players that will be back at Wythe next year that can maybe they can make another run or make a name?
The three juniors we had this year, David Good, I think he'll be the best player in the state next year. Caden Irby, he's a defensive dog. Like he would come in for us and guard the best player with like no hesitation and have no problem with it. And another one, Caden Beeman, he's also a really good shooter and he's very underrated. He didn't play as much this year because we had so many seniors and experienced guys, but he could have played anywhere else in the state, and maybe even started for other teams because he's that good of a player. But he was faithful to us and did his role to what he needed to do for us to win.
And do you think these guys next year can make another run at state championship? Do you think it's what's the ceiling for them next year?
I think they definitely could because a lot of people aren't expecting them to do anything. They think they're gonna have a drop off year, but at our banquet last night, they were just saying like they're gonna repeat or like they're gonna go like on a really good run. So they're definitely wanting to repeat. They're gonna have young guys, so it's gonna be hard to, do that. But I feel like if they really wanted to and put their head down and worked and just got better, then I feel like they definitely could.
Reed, taking it out of basketball for a second, we're out of talking about some George Wythe basketball or Hargrave. Who is Reed pull for in sports? Who's some of your teams? Whether it's football, baseball, NBA, hockey, what are you watching right now?
Well, in the NBA, I don't really have a favorite NBA team. I just like watching certain players play, and I'll like pull for them. Or like if this person doesn't have a ring, I'll pull for them. In the NFL, I'm a Washington Commanders fan. So they had a good year last year. I watched baseball too. I played baseball my freshman year. But I like the Dodgers. I know it makes me sound like a bandwagon because they just won, but I do like them.
Yes, you are.
We're
messing with you.
Yeah, that's really it. I like Virginia Tech too. So
I would say, do you have to be a Tech fan since you live down there in Wytheville?
Pretty much, yeah. That's how my parents raised me. Pretty much, I have a baby picture of me in Virginia Tech class. So I guess I have no other choice.
Well, I guess if further south you go, maybe it gets closer to Tennessee, but I guess it's still Hokie land there.
Yes, sir.
I asked you about. So I think Huff is he the QB of the football team too, or was the QB of the football team?
Yes, sir.
So does every kid have to play multiple sports there? Like, I mean, did you play football? I know you played baseball your freshman year. Did you play any other sports besides basketball, or did you kind of just focused on basketball?
I played football my freshman year too. Started in pretty much every game, either on offense or defense. But with the year I had my freshman year, and I was just like, yeah, if I really want to do this, I need to just like focus on basketball, get in the gym as many times as I can, and just really just work. And I saw big improvements from that jump from where I stopped playing football to just focus on basketball and get better.
Is there a certain player that you kind of remember or kind of watch? Do you kind of have your game kind of after?
I try to like take things from a lot of players. Just like if one player is really good at shooting off the dribble, I'll watch them. If one person's good shooting off the ball, then I'll watch what they do, or just how somebody handles the ball. I just watch film on, just certain little things that these people do. But yeah, I just watch a lot of film.
My last one here. What's kind of the future for Reed? I mean, over the summer, what are you getting into as far as like getting ready for Hargrave, and then what do you hope happens at Hargrave that kind of leads you to the next step?
Next month I have 2 live period events in the DMV with Hargrave. So I'll play in those. Be a bunch of college coaches there. I played in the AAU tournament with my team from last year in Boston last weekend, but I might play in like one more tournament with them like in July if I'm free. But after that, it'll just be a bunch of workouts, a lot of running and just shooting as much as I can and lifting. So hopefully from Hargrave, they produced a lot of Division I guys, and they told me like I feel like you could be one of those if you come here, and like that's what Coach Dunford told me. He said if I prep a year, then like you'd be surprised at the amount of like college coaches you're going to talk to. So hopefully just keep getting to the next level and getting to that Division I level would really be a blessing.
Yeah, I think you're going to be in pretty good hands over there, Reed. We're both from Southern Virginia originally. Live in Lynchburg now, but we grew up going to those Hargrave post grad games, man, and just seeing the cadets get into it and seeing the talent that Hargrave has always had on the court. I think you're going to be able to showcase your talent pretty well there, and I think that hopefully that'll land you in a good spot afterwards. Just curious, do you know if your post grad play, does that affect how many years you have to play after the fact?
No, sir, it doesn't. So it's kind of like the new JUCO rule. Like I can just go play post grad and it won't affect. Like I'll have 4 years to go play college basketball after that. So
That's
that
awesome.
really
Yeah,
helped me
I
out.
think it's
That
right.
really helped my decision.
Well, I think
so.
it's a smart decision. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, Reed. So we always finish our interviews here, especially with the young guys, with a little bit of rapid fire. Okay, so we're gonna put you on the spot a little bit here if you're ready for it. All right.
I'm ready.
All right. So we got probably 10 questions or so here. Whatever comes to mind. All right. Coming from the hip here. All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. Assist or score?
What? Oh, score.
Dunk or three ball?
3.
MVP or championship?
Championship.
You got both. So. College or NBA?
NBA.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Favorite Jordan shoe?
Jordan 4.
Gatorade or Powerade?
Gatorade.
Win at home or win on the road?
Went on the road.
Ooh.
Morning practice or night practice?
Morning.
And then go to pregame music.
Either worship music or it's gonna sound weird, but like sometimes I put some jazz music on there. Like it's really
Okay.
calming. I was like, dang, I kind of like this. So I put that on sometimes.
I
But
love
it's very
that.
rare. It's very rare.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm telling you,
That's like
we've gotten a variety of music choices, Reed. We've gotten Adam Brazel from Hamden, Sydney said Justin Bieber. We had Cole Kaywood from PH Glade Spring who said Big X the Plug, I believe.
Yeah.
We've gotten some crazy answers there. So jazz is not too far out of the equation. All right.
All right.
who was the favorite NBA young boy or something like that?
NBA YoungBoy. Yep. That was Cy
I had
Hardy.
a ton of those. I was like, man. Well, Reed, where can our fans and where can people follow you at on social media so they can follow your career?
My Instagram is reed.kirtner. That's really the only thing I'm pretty active on. So if you guys want to reach out to me on there, then I'll respond. So
Will you get to wear number 4 next year?
I'm hoping, but if I don't get to, then I mean it's not the end of the world. Just go try and get better. I'll take whatever they get me. So
There we go. Well,
you
Reed
go.
Kirtner, 1A Player of the Year, state champion, and most importantly, this kind of tops everything, a District 2 Super 12 Player of the Year too. So that kind of tops everything I think in my book. Reed, thank you so much for
appreciate
calling,
y'all.
man. And
Thank
good
you,
luck
guys.
to Jordan Wythe next year. Thank you, Reed. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it, Reed.
Yep.
There you have it, Reed Kirtner there at George Wythe. Man, hey, I'm really surprised there was no NBA young boy or whoever big X
Yeah.
plug.
What did we get? We got jazz and what was the other one?
I think did he say worship?
Worship music and jazz. I mean, Reed Kirtner is.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
That dude is
and people
awesome,
can say
man.
whatever they want to. It doesn't matter what they think about what you listen to. It's about what you listen to for the pregame and get you in that
Yeah.
zone. So
Honestly, maybe more people need to start listening to some jazz if they're putting up
yeah,
Reed
I
Kirtner
think
numbers.
he might be
you know?
right though. Like people listen to stuff that gets them hype. Maybe something to bring you down, chill you out.
That's a good
right?
point. Slows
I
the
mean, you got
game
there.
down.
If you're listening to Big X a plug, I mean, it kind of works for Cole Kaywood. But if I'm listening to Big X a plug, and I got to start shooting threes. I'm shooting them off the top of the backboard. Maybe I need jazz music to cool me down a little bit, right?
Yeah, I agree. We lost one of our interviewees here, or interviewers, I guess. I mean, what's going on with that guy?
Big Reg, we don't know. His hamster. He has a hamster that runs on a wheel that kind of powers his internet there in his house in Ringgold, Virginia. Don't know what happened, so we don't know if we'll see him again tonight or not. But yeah.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up we'll pull up real quick, Devin. I'm from our prospects here. So we've done a lot of prospects. Like if you pay attention to our stuff here, our YouTube page, we've done I think like over 40 kids like highlight videos and stuff like that. And so we still need to get into football. We have a lot of football requests, but I did want to say, gosh, man, here we go. Tyler Sprague just committed to CNU. He's from Spotswood. Cy Hardy, UVA Wise. Cam Brown's going to Shenandoah. Mari Fox, who we've wanted to get on here, going to EMU, which is a great place. EMU Royals. If you know anything about them, you should commit there. Reed, that we just talked about, going to Hargrave. Finn Pershaw, he's up there in Northern Virginia. He's going to Fort Union PG, so that would have been possibly a teammate of his. Cole Kaywood, who we've had on here as well. Go back and listen to his episode. UVA Wise. Markel Ray from Graham. We need to get him on here. Colin Burnett probably happy with that, but he's going to Huntington Prep. Not this about Huntington Prep. If you remember back in like early 2000s, they were all over the place. I can't remember who it was. Devin, I don't know if you remember who it was. Who the player was on their team that was everybody wanted, but Huntington Prep was everywhere.
Andrew Wiggins. They played at
who was
the Chance Harmon. Yeah, they played against North Carolina Wesleyan at the Chance Harmon Classic, and I remember. Brian Harmon talking about how that and if you go look on YouTube about like the highlights or whatever from that game, it's literally like just people all over the sidelines and the baselines. Like it's basically standing room only at a certain point. But yeah, Andrew Wiggins and Huntington Prep. Who'd you say was going there next year?
Markel Rafe, there from Graham High School, Southwest Virginia.
Nice.
Isaiah Perkins, another guy we've covered, going to Patrick and Henry Community College. So shout out to Dan Molloy if you're listening. We have Joy Royal, like we just talked about in the interview with Reed, future teammate there at Auburn High School. Kid can light it up from the outside. So shout out to Drew if you're listening. Drew, if you want to come on next week, we'll have you on too. Tayshawn Ricks, who we covered from Hargrave, going to UVA Wise. We have Chase DePriest. If you saw a previous episode, he and I think Xavier Hazlett, I think that's what his name was there at Allegheny, had that nasty alley-oop to each other. So he's going to Randolph College for Coach Key. Shout out to Coach Key if he's watching. Braylon Gray, Carlisle, going to Patrick and Henry. Carter Cornett, who we're trying to get on here as well, from K Spring, going to Averett. Matthew Watson, kid we just recently covered there from Dan River, Devon's High School, going to Randolph as well. And then Brady Lamb from William Monroe, going to Randolph Macon. So lots of good stuff there.
Yeah, I mean, how about that?
Go ahead.
What were you about to say?
I'll say Cam Pacheco, we're going to try to have him on again here soon. He was committed to Mount St. Mary's, decommitted, I think once his brother kind of left. So be interesting to see where he goes out to next.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how about that class that UVA Wise is coming in, man, with Cy Hardy, Cole Kaywood, and Tayshawn Ricks. That is a monster class there. I mean, that's like high level talent. Yeah, a lot of size too.
I think they both go. And Tayshawn goes 6'7" each. I believe. And then Cy, who's been the 3A Player of the Year a couple years or past 2 years. Cam was just recently the 3A Player of the Year. Yeah, lots of talent there, and we have a lot more unsigned seniors that we're trying to get there. So we send a list out to all the coaches every week, or kind of once a month, every other week, something like that. So hopefully get these kids some place to play next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of shocked. Obviously, I want all these kids to go somewhere, but I mean, Jameer Reynolds, I don't think he still has a home yet.
I was talking to him. I don't want to say too much, but I think he might be a future teammate of someone I've talked to already as well.
Oh,
so
all right.
We'll see. Let's keep an eye on him. He might be staying around the Pittsylvania County area. So I'll leave it at that.
That would be great. I mean, Josh Fagan's another guy that we covered a while back who, I think we talked about he might be, just going the academic route, but he definitely is a guy who deserves some looks from places.
Yeah, and I try some of these kids. I want to add to them, but I just can't find any highlights. Like it's hard to find highlights for basketball. Like football, I can find anything I want to. Basketball, it's like it's hit or miss, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, any kids that need any kind of exposure. I mean, I'm not saying that we are a 247 recruiting service or anything like that. We are the District 2 Sports Podcast, and we're about to hit 500 followers on Twitter. So I get it. But anything we can do to help out, we will. So I mean, we've interviewed a lot of D3, D2 coaches. So we'll send their name out. So we have no problem doing that.
Absolutely.
I really don't know if Big Ray's coming back or not. And all the people listen, we got a lot of people listening right now. Guys, if you have any kind of suggestions for us, let us know. Someone come on here, us to interview a certain player, talk to a certain coach, let us know. Interact with us, send stuff on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Just let us know, man. We'll try our best to get them on here. Shout out to Steve Myers, who helped us get his son Chad. Chad is from the Benton area there at William Byrd, now at Link Academy there in Missouri. We'll have his interview out on Monday, and let me tell you, it's a really good one. I think it might be one of our best we've done all year.
Yeah, we had some good interviews over the weekend, man. Unfortunately, I was not able to stay for the full length of the Dwight Perry interview, but some good guys that we got to talk to, and obviously guys who know how to coach the game of basketball. I mean, what was the coach from Link Academy? Chad Myers.
Chad Myers.
Just said it. Chad Myers. I mean, he's been all over the place at IMG. I was shocked that we were able to get him on, but Steve came in the clutch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thanks for his dad. I think Steve is on the. I think we're saying that he's on the board of directors there at the Roanoke Athletic Club or Roanoke whatever it is, like one of the speaking groups. So he probably has a lot of coaches he can get on there, help us get on too. We talked about Steve Robinson. Hopefully we can secure that one too. Yeah. Well, we're sending stuff out everywhere. I mean, we're talking to just about every division there is. I know a lot of people want to hear basketball, but maybe we should transition to some baseball now. I mean, it's May. I mean, we still have the NBA playoffs going on, but a lot of baseball going on right now. Maybe we should transition.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been able to watch a lick of any high school baseball. I know just locally, I know Jefferson Forest is doing pretty dang good this year. Trying to think, LCA is always pretty good. I don't think any of the county teams are having a great year, right? At least right now, you know. Tunstall, I think, is probably having the best season of all of them, but not the best competition, I guess, if you want to call it that. With them,
I'll release a top 10. I have no problem doing that. I mean, I think a lot of people will disagree with me what I have to say because, like you said, Tunstall is going the best right now in the Pennsylvania County area. I have no problem admitting that, but I do have a problem with their record. They're 14-5. But if I'm going to make a lot of people upset. Their losses all came against teams who have a winning record. I think, except Dan River. I think they beat Dan River once, but all their wins against teams who have not or have a losing record. So I have some problems with that. They did just beat Bassett.
So
let me see what Bassett
just reading the Max Prep. Yeah, just looking at the Max Preps rankings. The Max Preps rankings in Roanoke for the Roanoke Metro right now. Blacksburg 1, Auburn 2, Carroll County 3, Salem 4, Jefferson Forest coming in at 18-0 at number 5. Northside 6, Hidden Valley 7, Christiansburg 8, 9, Fort Chiswell 10, LCA. So no, I mean, none of those county teams, and yes, they are considered the Roanoke Metro, but none of our county teams anywhere close to the top 10 right now.
Who'd you say was 1?
They have Blacksburg as number 1.
See, Auburn High School. Let me see. I'm pull it up. Auburn. I think they were like 15-1, 16-1. And they're only I think 1A. I think Auburn's one. Is it 1A or 2A? But they've beat a lot of good teams. Of course, when I look up Auburn baseball, it comes up with the Auburn University. So I probably won't be able to find it, but yeah.
Yeah, let me pull up Auburn's. I want to see who Auburn is. I mean, the thing about Auburn is, holy cow! I mean, they lost against Blacksburg 20-15. I've never seen a score like that in a baseball game.
I have.
Who are you suggesting that they? Who are you suggesting that they played that was that good on their schedule?
On Auburn? Auburn High School. I don't know. I got pulled up. I know they. See, I don't have them from. I can't. Who have they not played? Who are you trying to say? What are you trying to
say? I'm just saying. I mean, Carroll County, Rural Retreat. Yeah. I don't know if they're like the best of competition. Galax, Giles. Listen to these scores that they're putting up: 14-1, 15-0, 17-1, 20-0, 10-1. Lose 20-15. 21-6, 16-0, 12-2, 13-0, 24-3. I mean, come on. What?
It sounds a lot like that 2009 Chatham baseball team. They only lost 2 games. Same team, but hey, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's teams that are slept on there, and probably Jefferson Forest being my number 1, but.
Yeah. Shout out to Rodney, family member, North Cross. I think they lost in the state semifinals. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Let me check real quick. North Cross High School. Yeah, they just lost to. I lost back-to-back. So lost to the Miller School of Albemarle, who was really good, and they lost to Atlantic Shores. It was like. So, Rodney's first year at North Cross there in Roanoke. Hey, oh yeah, my wife liked our viewing. I like that. I mean, anything else you want to add? I mean, we got a lot of people on here watching. Like I said, if you are watching any kind of suggestion or someone you want us to talk to, coaches, players, let us know, man. Send us a DM on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. A message on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, wherever. We enjoy doing this stuff. Hopefully, we can do this more often. We're supposed to have 2 interviews tonight. One of them had backed off, so hopefully we'll get them back on. But hey, we might do it again Sunday night or something like that. I don't know. I have to. Unfortunately, I have to go to Dominican Republic next week, and I have to go to the passport office in Charleston on Monday to get my passport. So.
You're going Monday.
Yeah. Well, I tried to get it for tomorrow, and they messed that up. So now it's on Monday. So
Dang.
I'll have to listen to our Chad Myers interview on the way to Charleston. So yeah.
Good luck, man. Yeah, I got nothing to add. We covered Bill Belichick. We've covered some talked some football. We talked some basketball. Yeah, honestly, we could talk a little bit more baseball at some point, but. Yeah, it seems we're getting to that period too where we're kind of in the. I mean, we've already kind of gotten there, but the dead period in terms of sports for me. Once March Madness is over, we got no more college football. We got no more college basketball. Now it's just kind of pro sports until we get to the College World Series. So that's what I'm looking forward to next.
I did want to share something real quick, just kind of let everybody know how we've been doing with the podcast since we've kind of rebooted back in what was that, in August? Because we started this when was this, 2020, right during the pandemic?
Yep.
Or 2020, yeah, right around 2020, 2021. When we first moved to Jacksonville, we started with Jake and got things going, and we went through several reboots. Where were you guys from the South Side? We were what else? Southside Sports. I don't know.
Southside Sports.
Yeah, we went through a couple of years of just not being able to put it together, be very on time and schedule like. But yeah, since August we've been going just about every week, so it's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for listening. We are over 2,500 downloads on just on Buzzsprout since then. So, but yeah, over 40 episodes. We're at 6,000 downloads between Buzzsprout, Apple, and Spotify. Over 500,000 impressions across all of our social media. So that's platforms like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and we've had over 50 guests. So this makes 51, but over 50 guests on these podcasts. So it's been a lot of fun. I encourage every one of you guys to go back to all of our different interviews. We've talked to ODAC football, ODAC basketball. We've been in D2 football and basketball. We've been kind of all over the place. So all over the state of Virginia. We kind of expanded a little bit. We'll be talking to Wofford. We had an interview with Wofford. We'll have out not this upcoming Monday, but the following week. So we'll have more stuff going on over the summer.
Do you know what person I want on here? Not a specific person, but what like sport I want to get into next on here?
What's that?
Professional wrestling. Professional wrestling. That's what I want. If we could get like Adam Page on here, I want to talk some wrestling. We've talked hockey. We've talked soccer with Mike Ferguson. Obviously, football, baseball, basketball. We talk all that stuff. We need to get some like Olympic sports on here as well. If we could get like Erin Matson from Carolina, that would be awesome. She's a beast down there as a player and a coach.
Who's that?
Yeah, professional wrestling. Erin Matson, you don't know who that is?
Sorry, man. She's a wrestler?
Dude. She won 4 national championships as a player, UNC field hockey. And then she won, I want to say she's won 1 or 2 as a coach. She started coaching right after she graduated from Carolina.
My bad, man. I didn't go to UNC, so I don't know these things.
Dude, come on, man. That's sad.
I'm working on a guy from Southwest Virginia, so I don't know if it'll happen or not. But the guy I really want on here is Matt McClung. I just want to talk about his time there at Gate City and just kind of going through the NBA and college. And he's down here in Florida right now, so maybe I just go down to Orlando and speak to him, or Osceola. So yeah, I think this summer's gonna be a mix of things. I think it's a mix of baseball. We do need to get into some baseball stuff. Kind of hit on everything. I mean, it's the summer, right? You just kind of do whatever. So soccer, and then football will start up, beginning of August. We'll get all our football stuff going. I would like to do something where we can have like a high school media day too. That would be really cool. Down here in Jacksonville, where I'm at, the city kind of puts on for all the high schools. They have like a coach and a couple players kind of give like a like SEC media days where they kind of give like a little statement and then kind of get questions from the media about the upcoming year. So I love to do something like that for our local high schools too. So we can put that together. So a lot of interesting stuff I want to do. Eventually, when we make it and everyone's laughing at this, we're going to have the District 2 Sports Invitational, and it's going to be at the casino in Danville.
Oh, that would be pretty nice. That'd be pretty nice. And we got a comment here from Bert Sparks, one of my favorite coaches that I've ever had the pleasure of playing under. Coach Sparks was he coached me on JV and varsity too for a little bit, but man, that guy, every practice was like a military practice. I mean, that guy should be coaching Reed Kirtner right now. I've never done so many push-ups and sit-ups and stuff in my life, but I'm a better man for it. That's for sure. So, Coach, thank you. I know things are going well up at Cave Spring right now with Coach Sparks and Coach Gruce up there.
Are you going through the Bert Sparks training program for your wedding in June?
That's what yeah, Coach. If you're still listening, I need a good workout program so I can shed some pounds before the wedding next month. All right.
Yeah, we'll be all 3 of us will be in Danville, kind of the area. Well, we'll be in North Carolina the week after, but we'll be in Danville. Uh-oh. I like this comment right here. Look at this right here. Wedding. Hey, so this kid's getting married? Who is this? Yes, Bert. I mean, we don't know how it happened, but he is getting married in June. But yeah, we'll all be together in June, so we'll probably be there that first week of When's Father's Day? I don't even know when Father's Day is. Midweek.
What is that?
Mid-June?
June 14th or June? Yeah, somewhere around there. June 15th.
Maybe we need to do like a night at or something like that with everybody. So if you're in Danville, we'll all get together at a Danville social, something like that. A little fan group together. But yeah. Anything else we want to shed light on before we get off here? Hey, we plan on doing this. I want to do this more often. So I think it'd be a lot of fun, especially when we get to interact with our fans right here. So get comments on here. We have a lot of people watching right here. I guess people are live, so it's really cool to have this go. Usually we do like an audio version, so we just have that audio podcast you can listen to on Mondays, and we try to do some kind of video on Friday where we just do it on Zoom and post it later. But I like doing the live stuff. It's harder for us. I mean, you get to kind of be on the on your toes right here. Really, I mean, you have nothing to talk about. You have to go, think of something.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. But yeah, I want to do some more interaction stuff. So I think we're trying to do this to kind of build our brand a little bit. And anyways, listen right now. If you have any business that wants to advertise with us, let us know. We need some businesses. We have Chaos Cartel Company for our apparel. So we're looking for some more advertisers so we can kind of do a little bit more with all our fans. So it'd be a lot of fun to do. Anything, Devin? You good?
All good there. Coach, appreciate the love there.
Yeah, thank you, Bert. We appreciate it. Like I said, guys, follow us, like us. Thank you to Reed again at George Wythe High School there in Wytheville, Virginia. 1A Player of the Year, state champion, going to Hargrave post grad next year. We hope that his once kind of works out and he can get to a D1 level program, and we'll continue to follow all these kids that we've done highlights on. And I think we may have another highlight video come out maybe next week. We have a few other kids that I think I have some highlights I need to put out there for them too. And our one guy there at Patrick Henry Late Spring that wants some football highlights out there, we will get to that, I promise. We're not ignoring you. So yeah, thank you all for watching. It's been over an hour now. So yeah, like I said, please interact. Say something to us. Let us know what you're thinking, what you want to see. We will work on it. Thank you guys so much. We started from nothing. We're kind of getting there, getting a lot of followers on different social media. So we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, give us a follow.
Send us out, Devin. Sing us a
song.
Yeah,
I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Follow us and give us a like on X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram at District 2 Sports. Appreciate it, y'all.
See y'all.